Welcome to You Ought to Watch This Movie, the podcast about movies from the first decade of the 2000s, aka the aughts. Follow along and explore a movie from the aughts, getting unbridled opinions from two millennials. Sit back, relax, and enjoy one of the best decades in movies.
Welcome back to Yadam.
A episode filmed during the day instead of the evening like we normally do.
Because today is
New Year's Eve. Hooray!
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Our now regular series regular Gemma, she's excited as well. It's her first New Year's Eve. Yeah, is that right? Oh.
She's very attached to us. Just for some context, before we were recording, we were trying to get stuff ready, and, she's on her playmat, and she's just, throwing a fit because nobody's right beside her. So that's why she's in here, and that's why she's a permanent guest.
I think that's okay, though.
I think it is, too.
Yeah. But you'll also notice that she is in pink if you're watching, and Colin is in pink.
Yes.
It may have something to do with the movie we are reviewing today. Could it?
It is not Barbie.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, maybe we'll get there.
It's not in the odds.
Yeah. Well, I know maybe we'll end the odds and then go to the teens. And then
we'll see.
Get.
But,
who knows?
We're not going off script like last time when we did a 2025 movie.
Yeah. But ironically, the color they're wearing doesn't actually match the title of the movie, but rather the personality of the movie.
Yes.
Which is?
Legally Blonde.
With?
Reese Witherspoon.
That's it. Okay.
But, so this is from 2001, and I think before we even get into the movie, well, first we should say, if you haven't watched Legally Blonde and you don't want to hear spoilers,
go to your nearest Family Video or Blockbuster to rent.
I guess I didn't even know Family Video was a thing until like recently, and then they're all gone. But apparently it was a thing in the 80s because they talked about it on Stranger Things, right?
Yeah, and
is that where they talked about it?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, I never even heard about it until like maybe
I think it was
the last
a regional thing.
10 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I wasn't familiar with it until like it came to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I feel like they expanded to Oklahoma because they were trying to survive.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, but anyway, so go to your nearest Blockbuster, Family Video, or Circuit City to buy.
I don't understand. Well, I guess people can rent them on
Amazon.
Yeah, that's why they went out of business.
Yeah. But that's where you should rent it, Amazon. But it's coming to be able to be viewed, with your Amazon Prime membership through Prime Video.
Oh, yeah, and probably this coming month, probably January.
So, yeah.
But we just bought both of we bought the first two movies because there was a sale.
$10 for both? Yeah. So, you have your spoiler alert.
Yes, and now, before we get into the trailer or the summary, we should say all of the movies we skipped to get here. And we forgot when we did Shrek, when we reviewed Shrek, we forgot to
include that.
But let me go to my...
She's very organized in life in several senses. And, she has a list on her phone.
A playlist of trailers for the whole year. Okay, so before we watched Shrek, we skipped one movie, which was Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
That movie did not look at all like I anticipated.
Was that that was a cartoon, not the live action, right?
No. That was a real movie. It had Nicole Kidman, a real movie. It was a live action with people.
Okay. All right.
It had Nicole Kidman and what's his name? The guy who plays Obi-Wan.
Oh,
and Christopher Robin.
Oh my gosh, I can see his
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
So yeah, him, and I thought from that It was like this weird movie. It kind of looked like it was inside of a dollhouse. I don't know. That's kind of what. But anyway,
Yeah.
I knew some of the like soundtrack from that movie, and it
But
just didn't
look
like what I
It wasn't something I'd go see in theaters.
It looked a little too raunchy.
Oh,
I think.
not a raunchier than the space.
Well, we didn't know that was
that
going to be
movie?
raunchy. No, Supernova.
Supernova.
We didn't know that was going to be raunchy. That was the whole deal. Like,
It looked intriguing,
yeah.
but then sex everywhere.
And I thought it had what's his face? Why am I forgetting people's names today?
I don't know.
Robert California.
Oh, James Spader.
Yeah. Okay, so before Legally Blonde, we skipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movies that were on my list.
Yeah, and one of which we didn't watch because we reviewed the predecessor to that movie, which is Scary Movie, the first, and one of those
Yes.
movies was Scary Movie 2. I have a different sense of humor than Colin, and I definitely would have seen that in theaters, but I just don't want to put Colin through the pain of watching such a ridiculous movie again. So that was skipped. But what were the other ones?
Okay, so Pearl Harbor, Atlantis, Lara Croft Tomb Raider,
Enjoyed the video game, not so much the movie.
The Fast and the Furious, AI, Artificial Intelligence, which I had tried to watch in high school because it has Jude Law in it, and I really liked him because I had just seen The Holiday, and I was like, oh,
Of
I really
course.
like him, and so, like, I tried to watch that in high school, but it seemed very, very boring and slow, and so I wasn't sure if we would watch it for this, and it was 2.5 hours, and I thought we're never gonna get through that.
Well, that and I thought it would be really unique given the time we're in with AI being what it is now. However, it just looked like it was
Too sad.
sporadic on like the title didn't seem to match the actual trailer.
Yeah, and I thought, well, maybe if it came to a streaming service, we could go back and watch it just on our own. But since it wasn't on a streaming service and we only have 2 days to watch something, and with Gemma, it's like I didn't think we would get through it.
Yeah. What were the other?
Cats and Dogs,
Okay.
which I had seen before in passing because Kelsey watched that when he was a kid, and I saw it in passing. So I didn't really think we would like it.
Yeah, not my kind of movie. I mean, it seems cute.
We watched Spy Kids, though. But that's because I had a lot of good memories about Spy Kids. Okay, and Scary Movie 2.
Which I mentioned.
Yes.
The Pearl Harbor skip was, like, when it comes to World War II history, I get, for film, they, romanticize things, but I enjoy, like Band of Brothers, Pacific, and that type of, storytelling, historical storytelling. Mm-hmm. And Pearl Harbor just seems too poetic and much too long. But yeah, it was, I just, I've seen it before and I was like, nah. And also, if I saw the trailer without having seen it, I wouldn't have watched it. Hands down, because if I am ever doom scrolling, videos, and I come across, like a trailer or a scene from any kind of historical story, that trailer would not have made it up to par for me to say, oh, I want to watch that.
Yeah. And just to get off topic, you remember, of course you remember, but like for our audience, like there was this trend where, was it on TikTok or just social media in
So
general,
yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
the
like,
mannequin.
no,
Oh.
how many times a day do men think about Rome or something?
Oh yeah, how many times a day? Yeah.
So I feel like maybe it's just specific to like guys, men of our age generation. I think it should be how many times a day do they think about World War II? Because I feel like every guy I went to high school with, maybe it was because of Call of Duty. Was that in World War II?
So but the Call of Duty, I want to say, was after high school. Well, after high school.
Oh, well, I was
yeah.
just asking because it's like every guy in high school was so interested in World War II. And I'm just like,
Oh.
why? Why are you so interested in this? And the sad thing is, in like our U.S. history classes, we barely got to that era because we were so focused. We started the beginning of history, like American history, and then by the end of the year, you may not make it to that time.
Yeah. Well, I, like, is I want to say it's on the same lineage because like I'd be lying if I like if I'm being honest, there's at least once a day, something about the Roman Empire comes up in my head.
Okay.
Okay. And whether it's, thinking about, armed conflict history or, something is, for me, World War II was really, I find it interesting because I had this history professor in college, which said, I locked it, said history professor, he came into class every day and he had a briefcase
With crackers.
yeah, I've told Colin this, and the only thing he had was like Ritz crackers, and he'd just go up there, and it was like he didn't write the book, but it was as if he knew the stuff so well. He just jabbered on about it in great length and detail, and it was post Civil War to through Reconstruction, the First and Second World War, and it was just so compelling. And I felt like his World War II stories were a bit more intriguing, and probably because they were better documented, and so he was able to speak more vibrantly about them. So all of that to say is, at least that's why I have a that. All of that to say, that's why I have a favoritism towards that. As I interrupted my thought there, because there was a saying, I think he may have said this, that was really intriguing, to me at the time. And is the atomic bomb was closer to the Civil War than it is to today. Which I just thought was profound because, man, it's crazy how quickly how quickly development has occurred.
Yeah.
But anyways, I digress.
So now that we've spent all this, well, we're talking about movies for most of it. We can get to our trailer thoughts, if you have any.
So I've seen this movie before, and so my trailer thoughts were very like flashbacks of watching or not. Okay, I haven't seen it in full before. Let me be clear. I've seen it in parts, whether it be through my stepsister Sheridan watching it, or it being on TV. But there are flashbacks? Oh, okay, yeah, I remember this, and it was more flashbacks towards that. But as far as the contents of the trailer is, I was very excited because Luke Wilson isn't in it. If I'm coming from the approach having not seen it, I'd be very excited because Luke Wilson is in it. And I like Reese Witherspoon, and I think they make for a fantastic comedy duo. And so I was like, well, this seems like a peppy type of comedy. I hope not too peppy.
So I have seen this movie before for real, not just in passing. I'm not exactly sure when I saw it the first time, but I know I've seen it multiple times, and then it's been on TV a lot over the years as well. So I've seen it in passing also. So I was very familiar with this movie. Maybe I was introduced to it in junior high with people I was hanging out with. I don't really remember. Anyway, the trailer did have a voiceover. Oh wait, and not yeah, it had it towards the end of the trailer on the one that we watched, and then I felt like the trailer we watched gave a lot away. Like it gave the whole plot away. So I'm not sure if that was the first trailer they did for the movie, or if it was after it had come out. Because after they released, they changed the preview, commercials or whatever.
Well, I don't think it necessarily was to a detriment.
Well, no, but I just felt like it kind of just said everything that's going to happen, pretty much.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Well, those are all my trailer.
Okay. Well, let's move on to your summary.
Yeah. To win back her boyfriend, Elle Woods applies and gets into Harvard Law School, surprising everyone around her.
I think that's a good summary. I might add to it that follow the journey of her first year in law school. So back to the color is Elle Woods has a very, very vibrant wardrobe.
Yeah.
Likes wearing pink.
Yes.
So that's why Colin and Gemma here are in pink.
And her resume is on pink.
And scented paper.
Yes.
Which is such, the scented paper. That's such a good idea.
I know. And I feel like, it seemingly, it made everybody around her kind of boring. And then she's this vibrant personality, as you said.
Mm-hmm. I've got a brilliant personality.
And so I think it just, I put this in my comments, but I like the message that you don't have to be a conformist to succeed.
Absolutely. I like that. Yeah.
And I feel like I used to be more like that. And then as you get older, to turn into an older adult, society tries to beat things out of you.
Yeah.
Until you conform.
Unless you're just someone like me who argues at everything.
But, so maybe this movie maybe it helped me remember that.
Yeah. Well, good. All right. So.
Actors.
Reese Witherspoon. What else is she
See,
in?
the funny thing is, I think this might be one of the first times this has happened, but all of these actors, I know them from this movie.
Oh, that's
and
funny.
then I know them from other stuff.
Okay.
But
what's
Reese
Witherspoon in?
Well, she's been in tons of other things, tons of rom-coms.
Okay.
Sweet Home Alabama. I think before this she was in Cruel Intentions in '99.
Okay.
Which I don't know how large of a movie that was, but she's just been in various things.
Okay.
Is she in now? Wilds.
I don't know.
The one where she walks the Pacific Rim that they talked about. It's based off a book. Okay. The Morning Show is what she's in right now. It's an Apple. Oh, is that over? Apple Plus series. Okay. The next person is Luke Wilson, who I knew from this movie, but he was in Stargirl. Yeah. Victor Garber, who was...
What else was Luke Wilson in? Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I know he's in, other stuff, and, I just can't think of it right now, but he's a great actor. So gotta love these spam risks. If you can see that on. Oh, wait. Can you see it on camera? Spam risk. Yeah, I'm gonna touch it with my nose and decline. I turned my phones on silent, but my watch apparently is not. What else is he on? Oh, she's turning it towards me, so
a long list of things that.
I'll tell you what
goes,
I
like,
remember
newest to
him
oldest.
from. So is obviously Stargirl. He was in Idiocracy. There we go. That I didn't even see that on the list. I just remembered it. That is a fantastic movie. I don't remember what year it came out in, but well, I mean, I'll see it on this list. But anyway, that was a fantastic movie that he starred in, and that's where I originally knew him from. And he's in a whole lot of other stuff. He's just like, man, do you have like, he's in that 70s show apparently. That's funny. Anchorman, duh. He's an Anchorman.
What year is that?
Yeah, 04.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Yeah, and then The Royal Tenenbaums. We'll get to that too. It's 2001. Actually, that's coming up. And yeah, so all right, who else?
Victor Garber, who plays Callahan, the attorney, was the dad on Alias. I'm not sure how I know so much about Alias. I just remember my dad watching that every week, and I just remember seeing it a lot. And so I just,
Idiocracy was in 2006. So we'll get to that too.
So that's where I knew him from, but I know he's been in various other things.
You're talking about Victor Garber?
Yes.
Yeah, he's Argo, Alias, Titanic.
Titanic.
Yeah, he played Andrews, Thomas Andrews, the designer. Yeah, and then he's also in American Horror Stories.
Oh, okay.
One episode, so not much. Yeah, and The Orville.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I knew Jennifer Coolidge from this movie. I know that she's famous and has been in a ton of other. Oh, she's in A Cinderella Story, which we will definitely be watching. She's the evil stepmom.
What was her name? Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah. She's
American Pie.
So stupid. Oh my god. Yeah, American Pie. She's in a lot of stuff.
I know. And then Selma Blair, who played
Veronica or Vivian.
I know her from this, but also I had some fun facts because she was in Cruel Intentions with Reese Witherspoon in 99, and then she was in the movie In Good Company, which we watched, which we'll get to because it's 09 maybe, or maybe it's I don't remember now, but it doesn't matter. We watched that on our own, and it had Dennis Quaid and Topher Grace. Remember that movie?
What movie?
In Good Company.
Yes.
But the fun fact that I found out about Selma Blair is that she was in this WB show, Zoe, Duncan, Jack, and Jane, which was Michael Rosenbaum's first big acting thing, and they were both main characters in that. And finally, she was in another movie that we reviewed for 2000, which was Down to You with Freddie Prinze Jr. and your friend Julia Stiles.
Okay, so who? What else?
That's all.
Oh, Allie Larder.
Oh, who's that?
She played the defendant.
Brooke Taylor?
Is that Brooke Taylor Wyndham.
Yeah.
So I know her from Heroes.
Oh, Oh, okay.
She played Nikki and two other characters. I'm trying to find where it is, but she was also in the Resident Evil movie series as Claire. But yeah, in Heroes, man, oh man, was she a fantastic actress. So honorable mention. All right.
Now that we've spent 25 minutes not talking about the actual movie.
Oh, okay. Well, let's move to the actual movie.
That's what we're doing next. But why are you upset? Why are you upset?
She's not upset. She's just being wily. So, the movie, so she's getting her bachelor's in fashion design, and after her boyfriend breaks up with her and says a ridiculous line, "If I'm going to be a senator by the time I'm 30, I gotta have a serious relationship," or something to that effect. Is my generation, we've got 5 generations of senators in my family. Like, it's not a family business you go into. I just thought that was so humorous.
Well, I heard a 13-year-old in a bathroom at the mall say that because there was this lady at the sink. She was like waiting for someone. She was talking to everybody. Mm-hmm. And she was talking to these 2 girls, and one of them said she was 13, and she said that she wanted to get into politics. She wanted to start at the local level, and then she was going to get into to be a senator. I'm not sure if she thought state
When was
senator or
this?
federal. Around Christmas,
Oh,
a
wow.
couple weeks ago.
Wow, that's so funny.
And I'm like, I don't know why anybody would want to. I guess she has a family member probably who does that.
I don't know. Or she just likes to, get into debates.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but 13
That's
seems
interesting.
very young.
And how'd you know she was 13?
Because I was listening to this lady talk to them while
okay.
I was in the stall.
It was a prolonged conversation.
Yes, and I was taking my time because I'm like, if I go out there and wash my hands, this lady's going to start talking to me, and I don't like talking to people.
It's like in the bathroom of all places,
So
too.
I was waiting, and then finally I heard whoever she was waiting on come out, and she's like, "Oh, we can go now." I'm like, "Good, I can go out and wash my hands."
All right. So,
So anyway, he dumps her because he breaks up with her because
she's
not serious.
And so she, sees that his brother is married to this, Harvard law or Yale law or some law school graduate.
She's a law student.
And she's like, well, okay, I can win him back. And it's like, oh dear. And so she's got to score a 175 plus on the LSATs to get into law school, and she scores a 179. Her whole sorority attitude carries over to law school, and then she does really well because she's trying to win him back. But then realizes, oh, I'm never going to be good enough for you. You all right, baby? Silly girl. And then it's, oh, you just want me to look at you? Is that it?
Yeah, she wants to be social.
So once she figures out, oh, I'm never going to be good at enough. It's like she's coughing, so she gets my attention.
Gemma.
You're really funny. So then she kicks it into overdrive and like, okay, well, I'm going to show you I can be better than you. Which it's funny and ironic that this guy Wagner that she's trying to win back, after she befriends Vivian, his then girlfriend, she finds out that he was put on a waiting list for law school when she got in, without being put on a waiting list. And so then it culminates in the professor that is on several cases. He is taking law students into his firm to work on cases.
For an internship. He's taking on first year students because his workload is so heavy.
And so the ex-boyfriend and then his new girlfriend, Wagner and Vivian, Elle, are 3 of the 4 people who get in. And so they're working on this case where the Allie Lauder, her character, Brooke
Taylor Wyndham,
is accused of murder.
Her much older husband.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see through the movie how they just like how on TV they cut out entire segments, like of fluff to fit it for TV size, and so like there were several of those moments, like where it cuts to one scene on TV, and there's an entire build up to that scene, and so one of them being whenever they're at the conference table. So this
Brooke person is a fitness.
And also was a part of the Kappa Nu sorority, the Delta Nu sorority that Elle was in.
Yeah.
And so they recognize her, and they're trying to get an alibi, but they're not going to share it. Brooke's not going to share it because it's embarrassing, which we later find out, it was liposuction, which, okay.
Well, because she thinks it would
ruin her image.
Reputation as a fitness instructor.
And so the scene I'm talking about that they cut is whenever they walk in and say the mom is at a spa, the mom of the victim, or the mom of the first wife of the victim. And so then it cuts to, on the TV version, it cuts immediately to Elle saying, oh, I'll go. And then the attorney telling Luke Wilson's character, let's go with her. But there's an entire part of the scene where I can't remember who said it, but someone said, is that's your stomping ground or something to Elle. And it's just like, that was humorous that they completely cut out of TV. And it's like, okay. Like, I understand getting rid of, it to confine the story, but, don't sacrifice a comedy, where you can retain the story. And I felt like that happened so many times watching it in full that, at least for the parts I've seen on TV.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Els gets hit on by this attorney, and she, decides to leave. But then Luke Wilson's character and her and the defendant, Brooke Taylor Wyndham, come up with a plan. Oh, well, we'll just fire him. And since she's a law student, she can practice law under the supervision of a attorney. And so they conspire to, put Elle on the stand because Elle believes her, but also has a precarious way of seeing things.
Yeah.
And so the end of it culminates in this pool boy who, is this Hispanic guy. And he's...
this was before they fired Callahan.
Yeah. I'm just qualifying how it ends.
So spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Elle is waiting on the water fountain, tapping her Prada shoe, and he turns around and says something, last year's Prada shoe.
Yeah.
And in a really
last season. Don't tap your last season Prada at me.
Yeah. And, she's like, this isn't last season. And, but then this realization, like, an epiphany, he's gay. And then she goes back into the courtroom and says, to some guy, what shoes are these? And he goes, black shoes? Exactly. He's gay. And so the daughter of the victim and this pool boy conspired to, cover up the murder. And it is found out because Luke Wilson's questioning the pool boy as during cross-examination, and he's asking these series of questions, and 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 the last question he asked really quickly, and your boyfriend's name, and he goes, Chuck. And he says, okay, thanks. And like the whole crowd. And then he's like, no, I'm sorry. I was confused. Chuck is a friend. And this guy stands up in the court gallery and says, you bitch. Like, no, Chuck, no. It is very evident that, he's gay. And then Elle, after they fire the attorney and she takes over the case, she's cross-examining the daughter of the victim, to which she says, oh, I was taking a shower, but she had a perm. And she's like, well, how many times have you had a perm, blah 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 blah. And she had all these perms. She goes into this tirade about you should know the first rule about perms is not to wet your hair for 24 hours, and someone with so much experience doing perms should know that. So you couldn't possibly be in the shower because you would have ruined the perm that you are obviously carrying, which falls into the mindset of there's no way this trial happened so quickly, but suspend disbelief. And then she finally confesses to it, and Elle is victorious.
Yeah. I just don't think, in my comments, I said, I like this movie. It's enjoyable, but I don't think it's very realistic because I don't think that she would have succeeded. I just don't think that she was on the path to be an attorney. She just went there to follow Warner, and then I'm not sure how she...
Yeah, but so goes the saying, never underestimate a woman scorned.
I guess, but I just don't think that in real life it would have happened this way.
Yeah. But it's
a movie, so it's okay.
And, it was comedic. So.
And we never even talked about how she befriended, because in her sorority, when they were upset, they would get manicures.
Oh, yeah.
And so whenever she moved to Harvard, when she was upset that Warner had a girlfriend or fiance already, she went to get a manicure. And she befriended Paulette, the person that she just randomly sat at her table, and they become friends. And Elle helps her. And her.
What was the actress name?
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, Jennifer Coolidge. And so they make for a unique duo.
Yes, and how could we possibly not in this podcast without talking about the Bend and Snap? Because that's like famous from this movie.
Oh, I don't remember.
Bend and Snap. And then that's how Paulette breaks the UPS guy's nose.
Yeah, trying to break the ice with him.
Yes.
What a wonderful, way to have a meet cute by breaking his nose doing a bend and snap.
Yeah.
So, what do you grade it?
4 out of 5 stars.
I gave it a 3.5. So, that's okay.
I would watch again.
I'd watch it again. It was like... It was fun. Just, it's like...
It's one of those movies you can quote. You can, quote from. I feel like. It has like relatable scenes that most people know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and the overarching message of it, I think, was empowerment. It wasn't, like too lopsided in any direction, but, it was good.
Yeah.
So, well, with that, do you have any final comments?
No, that's all. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Didn't we, Gemma?
Yeah. Well, with that, we will be back in another 2 weeks for another episode of...
You Ought to Watch This Movie.
Commonly known as Yadam in the crowds. Be sure to share our podcast so we can... get in front of more people.
Yeah, or review.
Yeah.
And just remember, the ought is spelled AUGHT because the 2000s are not as commonly known as the aughts. aughts, and so it's a play on words. And so you don't think we just misspelled it.
Which would happen in my case. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Leave a review, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
You want to say bye, Gemma?
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to You Ought to Watch This Movie, a podcast about movies from the first decade of the 2000s, aka the aughts. Be sure to subscribe for new episodes covering movies you ought to watch. We'll see you next time.